and I don't have to put in the work that I used to have to put in. It's freaking crazy. See, feminism also tells them that they're equal to males, which again is insanity. This is why you'll have females swinging on males, trying to fight males literally in the streets, in bars, clubs, wherever, because feminism tells them they can do what a male can do. You'll see females on podcasts, particularly modern females, remember, talking about how they have fought males. This one female said, I fight men and I win. And the guys on the podcast are sitting there thinking, because I don't think that female was too big, like she wasn't like weight wise, just overweight, because if it's a slender guy and a really big female, if she can get him on the ground, it's a wrap for him, because he may literally not have enough strength to get her off of him. This female wasn't really big. So when she talks about, I fight males and I win, the males on a podcast were like, you do know that guy probably wasn't putting in the work really when it came to the power he was throwing at you in those fights, right? That guy, the other guy, however many guys you fought. You do understand that, right? And then the female was like, no, he was really trying to go at it. And I'm sitting there thinking, ma'am, you really think that your jaw wouldn't be cracked, your head wouldn't be split open with the amount of power that males have, the doggone bone density that we have, the muscle mass? Think about just the tensile strength in the hand. Why do you think females will hand a jar over to a male and then he'll just go pop and he'll pop the jar open, and they're looking like, how in the world is he able to just do this? And I'm not, because she's looking at him and he doesn't look like The Rock. He doesn't look like doggone old school Randy Macho Man Savage. He doesn't look like these people. So why in the world is he able to do something like that when he just looks like me? He looks like a regular person. Again, it's because our lung capacity, heart size, that stuff is not the same. But for some reason, it's taught them that, no, you're just the same as males, which again is crazy. This is why when they get into relationships, they'll be saying, we're partners. We're partners. That's the equivalent of two people sitting inside of a driver's seat. The male has his left hand on the steering wheel and the female has her right hand on the steering wheel, and they're driving. It's not a partnership. It's not a partnership, but they'll tell them that. They'll tell him it's a partnership. No, he's driving. You're helping him navigate. He's leading. It's CEO. It's supervisor. It's pilot. It's stewardess. But for some reason, feminism keeps telling them, no. It's pilot, co-pilot. It's CEO, co-CEO. See, we're equal. We're equal. Well, at the same time, they're like, no, I don't want a male that's equal. I want a male to be able to lead me. Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. It's that jumbled mindset. Why? Because, as I've said before, females now, because of feminism, are fighting their actual biology using the bullcrap society has told them. It's really corporations telling them this stuff because they want them separate from males so that they can use how emotional females are to get all of their money and to try to get males money through them too via alimony and child support. But now males ain't even giving them kids. Males ain't marrying them. So it's a major problem. That's why corporations have decided we're just going to go jump into the government and just take the money from the actual printing press itself. It's crazy how, corporations have used feminism in order to get females, particularly modern females, to think this way. This is another thing that I can't stand. This is one of the things that irritates me the freaking most, y'all. Have y'all ever heard that saying, oh, the man is the head, but the female's the neck? That got to be one of the dumbest sayings I've ever heard in my life. Ma'am, you do know that the head has the brain in it. And the brain is what tells the neck to turn the head. So it's the head controlling the neck. But a female, because they like these analogies that don't make sense except on the surface, because they want to feel useful. They want to feel useful, but they're trying to make themselves feel useful inside of the male realm. And we keep telling them, ma'am, you have your own lane where you're extraordinarily useful. But whenever you try to step into the male's lane for control, whenever you try to sit at the doggone co-pilot seat and try to steer the doggone plane, you run into a problem because you're not the pilot. You're the stewardess. You're supposed to be taking care of the passengers, our kids. But if you say that, people get offended, particularly modern females, these feminists, they get offended. And you're sitting there thinking, historically, this has worked best. Why are you mad at me for telling you something that works the best and suggesting that that's what you prioritize? It's because they don't like something that doesn't make them feel good. They don't like that, which is why they like saying the female is the neck and the male is the head, because the female controls the head. They want so badly to be in control that they didn't even think that analogy doesn't make sense, because the brain is what controls the neck and it's inside the head, ma'am. Not only that, but these modern females, they'll have kids, right? And they'll prioritize themselves over their kids. And they'll use their kids against the male whenever it's convenient for them. Because y'all can tell me if y'all have noticed this. Have you noticed that when a male is about to leave or something and the female wants him to stay, but she's been so out of pocket that he's like, I'm done, which is rare, right? That she will say things like, but what about your kids? Or she'll say, what about our kids? You notice that she uses inclusive verbiage when it comes to the children with him in those scenarios. However, when she's leaving because she doesn't give a crap about him, another guy, she's monkey branch to another guy, what would she say? My kids. What would she say to the lawyer? My kids. She won't say our kids then. She'll weaponize the kids against him when she wants to try to pull at his emotional heartstrings. But when she doesn't give a crap about his emotions, when she doesn't give a crap about his heartstrings, guess what she does? All of a sudden, he doesn't have any type of ownership of the children anymore in her language. It's now my kids. Y'all notice that? Right. Also, let's not forget that he doesn't have any type of reproductive rights at all. It's pretty crazy, right? Also,
so what are your thoughts on this? Put it in the comments section, because comments really help push the video. Then grab yourself some merch on the way out in order to support the channel. And don't forget to click like and subscribe. Thanks, good man fam.